Welcome to A Rare Reality, a podcast powered by Jordan's Guardian Angels. I'm Christina Janes, Director of Outreach and Content Development for JGA, and I'm joined by our Executive Director, Carol Backhouse, today. And Carol, this is a housekeeping day. We have so many things to talk about that we want to catch our families up on, and we thought, you know what? Why not take a minute and bring everybody up to speed?
Yeah, we had a busy, exciting week and months really. So it was a good time to give everyone an update so they're up to speed on what we're doing.
So let's talk first. This week, our research team got together, as they do on a, quarterly basis, more or less, to chat through what they're working on. So it was a virtual lab, and really well attended this time too. I mean, they always are, but it's so nice to see everybody in the same place.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had our core team attend, but also the students that are working on the project. And it's always beneficial for them to participate because they can hear everyone's update and also meet, some of the families. We do have a couple of families that do attend those as well as family representatives, as well as Joe and I. So it's a good kind of bringing everyone together and giving an update about all the work that we've been doing since we last talked. And we do these check-in, and that's part of that collaboration that we drive at Jordan's Guardian Angels. So everyone is up to speed. They can brainstorm, they can share data, share information. So it's really helpful in moving us forward.
Yeah, no question. I mean, I think there were a lot of significant steps forward since the last time that everyone met too.
Yeah. I mean, an insane amount of data. Sometimes it's hard to follow because it's like into the weeds, but we do our best to really understand the implication of that. And we continue to have kind of 3/4 main ways forward. The basic science continues in the lab, and that's to answer all these key questions, and that will influence, us down the road. But we want to continue to do that. We have mice trials that are looking at additional compounds and drugs that could work for our application. And we, at the same time, we're doing these shots at goal with the clinical trials. So Dr. Chung is designing those, and we're hoping to be starting that in 2024. So some of our families, and thank you for that, went and did some assessment that helped with that designing of the trials. So the trials, we have one identified drug that will be used for that, and it's gonna be for children 9 and older. That's what we're gonna start with in the US, and everything we do is really in line with the FDA and what they require. So none of this is us choosing what to do. It's that we have a set of parameters that Dr. Chung and her team have to follow in order to get us there. So lots of excitement. We're continuing on all fronts, even with gene editing. There's progress being made there. So definitely not putting all our eggs in one basket, and but a lot of progress is happening every time.
Yeah, got to be reassuring for everyone too, to know that we're trying so many different avenues to get to a common goal. There's a ton of work being done, and there are a lot of people. I mean, I know we talk about our core team, right? And our families know where they are and what they're doing, but you think of the core team, and then you think of all the people who work with them too, and we grow exponentially. I mean, it's incredible. New faces, new people coming in to take part, to listen. It's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to have over 30 people on a call to discuss the science in a very detailed way, I mean, that's huge, right? And especially in the rare disease space, it's a lot. And that's one of the advantage we have as a community, as a patient organization, is the fact that we are looking at this from so many different angles. And so we have the team and the funding and the capacity to keep driving that, and we can't lose momentum. We have to keep driving that. So
Absolutely.
It's really nice when our team gets together.
Now, you mentioned Dr. Chung too, and she's had some big changes to her career as well. Exciting changes for not only for her, but for us too.
Yeah, and as many of you remember, that she moved to Boston Children's Hospital, She's very excited about the move because she believes she can now do even more, believe it or not. She increased her capacity like that was possible. But she's excited to have access to more resources, more equipment, more testing, to really be able to offer the groups she's working with more, and also take on additional projects. So we've been excited about the move. I mean, it's starting to show there's nothing that has impacted us directly. And we're working behind the scenes to add Boston Children's to the master agreement. So initially, years ago, when we kicked off that research, we did the master agreement that every single one of these institutions agreed to. And it's time to bring in Boston Children's as part of that. So, we're in the process to look at the terms and work with them to get them added, but that will enable that funding channel, and also will enable the clinical trials and all that work that is happening. So lots happening behind the scene, but we're excited about the move, even though it's extra work, but we think that's the right kind of work to do. And it's setting us up nicely for our next family conference as well.
Yeah, no kidding. We have been working as a team in the background, trying to make sure we can get everything rocking and rolling, and we're full speed ahead right now to next year.
Yeah, and we're close, you guys. I know everyone is waiting to get that big announcement. We just need that contract to be in place. We don't want to announce something and then say, just kidding. But know that we're working towards that. And we're looking at July in Boston. All the details will come your way. So as soon as, all the channels are in place and the contracts and everything, you're gonna get all that information, and even the registration at that point. So hang in there, know it's coming, plan for it in a big picture, and we're very excited. It's gonna be our biggest yet, I'm sure, and we're planning to collect a lot of data and really continue to move us forward.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be so great to see everybody too. So can't wait for that. One more thing before we go, we launched at the beginning of the year, the 1 in a Million campaign, where, was really our effort to raise $1 million for Jordan's Guardian Angels research. And, we're pushing right along. So a friendly reminder to our families, right, Carol?
Yeah. And it's the holiday season and season of giving. So we're gonna do another push for the 1 in a Million campaign. You're gonna see the video being shared. We ask you to continue to share it. I mean, that video and that campaign really says donate $1 and share. So it's really easy to participate. The goal is to reach as many people as possible, and that will help with awareness and also fundraising. But all these things we're talking about, right? The research, the conference, everything we're talking about, the clinical trials, they're all cost money, right? So even though we have so much going for us, we need to continue that momentum and continue to fundraise and continue to work together so we can continue to move us forwards. So we're excited, but keep an eye out for that. And we hope most of our families will participate in that and help us get closer to that $1 million goal that we have set for
We're
ourselves.
seeing that total go up, up, up. So we need some more help to get us there before the end of the year. There's so much happening, and it's so incredible to be a part of and to be able to watch and see what's, the changes that are happening literally on a weekly basis. We may not give you these updates all the time because we just simply couldn't, but my gosh, there's so much happening behind the scenes. So know that this team is in place, fighting for every single one of you out there. If you have questions, please reach out. We're here. We're always available to answer any questions that you may have. If you need help with fundraising, or you have questions about research or anything, please reach out to this team. We're here. Carol, I know, more accessible than ever. So
yeah,
please.
And read the weekly newsletters, right? Because all the important tidbits, we try to summarize them and make them accessible for you there. So keep an eye out on that. Keep an eye out on our podcast, because that's another forum where we communicate. So just we're providing that information in so many ways, and hopefully it's reaching our families and they're joining us in whatever it is that we need to do next.
Exactly. All right, Carol, thank you so much. And thank you to all of you who are listening and watching today. As always, if you're looking for our other podcasts, we have so many. We have talked to so many interesting people this year as we start to wrap up 2023 and this podcast season. Take a look back at what we have there. It's on Apple and Google and Spotify, on our website where you can watch it as well, jordansguardianangels.org, and also on YouTube with translation services. So lots available. Take a peek at those, because I can guarantee you, if there's something that you're feeling, there's something there for you to listen to and hopefully brighten your day and bring a little assistance too. So take a peek at that when you can. But as always, thanks for joining us. And thank you, Carol, for the update. There's lots to talk about, and we'll see you all
Yeah.
soon.